thing you should know about me is I'm very right-wing now. That's another thing you should know about me. Yes, I'm very right-wing. I went on the first Laura Koonsberg show, and well, I'll just show you what I said. This is what I said. I know that there's been criticism in the Mail on Sunday today about lefty, liberal, wokey comedians on the BBC. I'm actually very right-wing, and I loved it. Yes, I'm very right-wing. People were saying I was being sarcastic there. That's not me being sarcastic. I am very right-wing. Does this sound like sarcasm to you? Well done, Liz. That is not sarcasm. Liz Truss was in the room. I wanted her to know how I felt about her. This is the weird thing. What a fucking week this has been. This has been. Just like to people at home watching, we're filming this just after Liz Truss has resigned, so when you're watching this... No, she's my best friend! When you're watching this, fuck knows who's Prime Minister. It's probably just a moth. It's the Prime Minister moth going round. What are your policies? More lights? Yes, I've been a very big Liz Truss supporter. I love Liz Truss. In fact, I was critical of Rishi Sunak on the show. I wanted him and the country to know what I thought about him. This is what I said. Well, it was nice to hear from Rishi Sunak. He's not going to be Prime Minister, so you may as well have interviewed Peter Andre. Guess who slipped into Mummy's DM straight after that? Peter fucking Andre himself. He said, Samantha Peterson still cracks me up. That's reference to, like, an old bit of stand-up that I used to do. I replied to this, I said, this whole week has been insania. A message that's very much remained on scene. But I am a very right-wing. I've been right-wing for a while. People don't know this about me. I was right-wing... this started with Nadine Dorries. Now, she was the... No, she's my best friend as well. She was the Minister for Digital Culture and Sport. She said she wanted more right-wing comedy on the BBC. I felt like I was the man for the job. So I was pitching shows to the BBC, right-wing versions of their existing programmes, see if I could get them commissioned. So, for example, I used to host the Great British Sewing Bee. I made a right-wing version of that. It's not called Sewing Bee, it's called Old Women and Puffs. And the idea is everyone on the show's called Gary, and I go round and I say, oh, what are you making, Gary? And Gary goes, swastika blanket! BBC didn't want it, so pitched them a right-wing gardener's world. Gardener's Britain, only white flowers, very strong borders. They didn't want it. Pitched them a right-wing Top Gear. It's exactly the same programme.